Hi there. I'm just going to go really quickly, like 5 minutes max, through several points. 1 is about defense, our shape in defense. 2 is about how our midfielders will move. And 3 is about patience in the build-up and patience in the final third, and making runs in the final third. So those are a lot of our weaknesses that we have in our team. So I'll get right into it. Here's Juventus in the white and the black stripes over here. I don't even know who they're playing. Who cares? So you've got 2 forwards up top, which I think is the formation we're going to try to play going forward. We're going to have 3 midfielders, and we'll have 5 at the back, with the wing backs on the side moving up and down and being our wings for us. So here we are. We got the 2 forwards. In this case, nobody's pressing. They're just kind of a very light pressure up front. They're just funneling the ball to the outside and cutting off the inside lanes. You see that right here. Here's the 2 forwards right there. Now we've got the first player stepping to the ball as an aggressive midfielder. He's stepping up. Here's the rest of the midfield. Here's 2 other midfielders right here standing in that line. Here's a wingback pushed up to be in line with those midfielders because it's the highest wide player for the other team. And there's this player right here is moving forward, and then we've got our back 3 in the back over here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so they play the ball in, right? We see that the fullback, or our wingback in that case, is now coming back. Our back 3 are right here, and our midfielders are coming back, and our wingback's on that side. So here's what happens. They come back, the midfielder recovers right there, puts pressure on them, and then just falls back. You're not going in there to necessarily win the ball, you're just putting pressure on them, and they might make a mistake. This is at a pro level here, where they're not really going in for a hard tackle, they're just kind of letting them have the ball and saying, right, we're going to wait for you to make a mistake. I think that's something we can really work on as a team, is not trying to go in there and just kill them and steal the ball, but really just be patient, make them make a mistake, and they will. Alright, so this is a whole long video. I'll send this video in the link, but I'm just going to go through this real quickly. There's a line of the midfielders you see right there, and there's a back line as well, so let's move this on forward. Okay, so they're just going to show a couple clips here of the midfield 3 just shifting over if the ball's moved over to the other side. So here's what happened. You see Pogba. Even Pogba, oh my god, he even moves over and helps out. There he is over there on that side, and the wingbacks closing down over there. And here's the 2 midfielders that shifted over. Right. I'm just going to scoot ahead here and show you a couple instances of this. Oh, shit. No. Oh, for Christ's sake. Why do I need another? Okay. Right. Okay, so let's go back to full screen. Okay, so here's another situation. Ball's moved over to this side. They all shift over. Great. Okay, here they are in defense here. One comes out. Now he comes out. He relaxes. Now Pogba comes out. Everybody else relaxes back into there to cut off the zone. And over here, now they'll shift over. Pogba will come back into this line, and this outside midfielder, Vidal, I think it is going to come and close down the ball. There they are. Now he comes and closes down the ball, and he kind of relaxes back in. This is a perfect example of how we should play. One player goes out, everybody else kind of relaxes back. One player goes out, everybody else relaxes back. One player goes out, they relax back. Notice that Pirlo didn't go in and attack the ball right there. He just let him kind of have it, move it around. That's fine. You can move it around. We'll just wait to take it from you another time. And then the cross, we got 3 defenders in the box. We can head the ball away. Okay. And there they go. Right, so that's enough of this. That's just showing how we step out, and our 3 midfielders kind of having that shape. Now I'm going to talk about offensively, when we have the ball, and our midfielders, how we can move around with the ball. Here's just a quick, this is an example that Sam sent me, Sam Bryant. So here we are. We're going to focus here on Germany. They're playing England, and they've got the ball right now. And we're going to see how they have so much time and space in the midfield. So I'll play the clip first. Here it goes. They move it back to the defenders. Right, they move kind of over. It's kind of sluggish. English just putting light pressure on them. Right, okay, nice moving over here. Okay, nice little move. You don't need to worry about this. I'm going to just talk about what they're going to go through anyway. Here's the midfielders right there. Notice that there's 2 defensive midfielders right there. They have plenty of space between them. They should have a little bit more space, actually. And here's a more offensive-minded midfielder. But they exchange positions. Now this guy's showing back to the ball. He's going all the way back. Look at that. He's past the center back. Now he's got the time and his space to look ahead and see what's going on in front of him. All right, so let's see what he does. Okay, so now we're going to have one of the midfielders go forward and the other one exchange back just to create more space for them. So this is an example of kind of movement that the midfielders can do instead of standing still. Oh, here's a run backwards. And he's going forward. Now, why did that work? Why does he now got tons of space? It's because when... Oh, I'll show you here. Let's go back. Right about there. Now, when this guy makes his run, it holds this player to make sure that he doesn't get the ball going forward. So this player's running forward. This midfielder is conscious of that. So even if there's a player that's forward right now, he's blind to this player behind him, and the player, the midfielder, can now go backwards over here. So if you watch this just real quickly, see what happens here. As he makes that run forward, he's pinned back. You notice he stopped right there because he saw this guy coming back behind him. So the idea is that if you make these interchanging runs going forward and backwards at midfield, we've got more options. People will not know who to pick up, and you might be wide open on a run going forward. That's the main point of this. Right. Next, we've got some examples. I just want to have a quick examples. I know we're not Barcelona. I got it. I know it. But they do a couple things really, really well. And one of them is, I just want to focus here on when they receive the ball with the back to goal, they don't try to turn the player who's behind them. Hardly ever. I mean, it rarely happens. For Barca, they think of a more collective kind of unit. So if they receive the ball with their back to goal and there's a player on them, they will immediately pass the ball right back to whoever is around them. And what that does is it creates space for whoever then receives the ball. They can see what's going. They can kind of move, take a couple steps forward, and it kind of acts as if the player had already turned after they received the ball. So I'll show you what I mean with this. So in this case, I can show you this, and he plays it right back to him. He plays it forward again, and then right back forward. Okay, he's got the ball. All right, they just kind of pass sideways. Big deal, right? But for us, what we would do in that situation. Let's see here. For us, what we would do in this situation is instead of what we do is as soon as that right there, that receiving player right there, we try to turn this player and drive into these 2 defenders. Almost without fail, I can guarantee that's what we would try to do. What this does is it gives us space on the ball to retain possession because, to be honest, I don't think we're going to get through 1, 2, 3, and probably 4 players on the dribble. But that's what we would try to do. So in this case, he just plays it right back to him. He's got space to do what he wants. He could have made that pass down the wing if he wanted to, but he just decided to hang on to it, pass it right back to the player who originally got the pass. and this player's just running around trying to chase the ball, and everybody else doesn't know where the ball's going to go next. So it's kind of like this. The quick pass is what it does. It disorients the defense. They don't know where we're going to go next. Okay, that's all I want to show there. And in this case, this is a really quick one. Okay, this shows what happens. In this case, this is a problem of ours in the final third. We don't quite know what to do with the ball. So in this case, they just move the ball incredibly fast. So watch Messi here. Busquets is going to pass right into Messi. And Messi, instead of trying to turn the ball and shoot on goal, he passes it right to Xavi. And Xavi then returns the ball right back to him. Just a quick little layoff. He doesn't even think about it. Like, there's a player next to me, I'm going to pass to him. And there's a player next to me, I'm going to pass right into him. And he gets it. Well, Messi is Messi. We can't quite compare ourselves to Messi. But, he gets the ball away really quickly and he shoots. And it's a goal. All right. Now, this final one, real quick here, is just an example. Every time that the player in the yellow shirt is highlighted, they're making a run off the ball. Everybody else is just kind of holding their positions, making themselves available. Yeah, they can receive the pass, but if they do receive the pass, they're most likely not going to do much besides just move the ball either backwards or sideways. The player who makes the run, that is the dangerous player that they're all kind of shuffling the ball around until they can find that player who's making the run. So let's kind of like show this build-up play. I just want to show a couple spots where we will make different decisions. So in this case, this player's making the run. This player doesn't see him. Oh, he might see him now, but he doesn't go to him because it's too late. So now they work outside. Great. This guy plays back and he plays him back. Plays right back to him. Plays back again. So they have time. Now he's going to probably go wide. There he goes. And he's going to probably turn and see something. No, he goes back the other way. All right, now see those players just made the runs. Okay, they decide not to go for the runs. We're going to retain possession. All right, so here's the ball, moving it sideways, moving it back. There's nothing quite on right there. He wasn't quite ready to pass. Now this player, he's got the position. There's nobody else making a run at that point, so he's just moving it forward and moving it back. There's not anything available, so they're not forcing anything. This is an example of not forcing the ball. Here, there's kind of a mistake, a bad touch, and then he kind of steps in and saves the ball. And then now they've got something going because the defender's committed to that and they retain possession. So now the ball's moved backwards here. This player, it's highlighted, is now making a run. Let's see if they get it to him. Get it to him. He comes right back to it. So that's another example right there, just pinging the ball right back, just being a backboard there. So he didn't try to spin this player. He played it right back into the path of another player, so they can make a better pass. Now this guy's open, right? Just moving the ball backwards. Now this guy's making the run. Does he see him? No, he does, but he doesn't pass it. Goes right back, makes sideways. Okay, still very patient. We've got the ball. Now he sees this guy spotted wide. All right, great. Now that just shows you how we don't have to commit so quickly forward with just one or two passes. Now 1 or 2 passes are great if you're doing a quick counterattack. Right? And we need to do that. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. But when we have the ball and we have possession, there's no need to force it. There's no need to force things into the box when we don't have players there. We can always retain possession by going backwards and moving it around. We are exhausted by the end of these games, especially our midfield, because we're moving around so much. We're going flying forward and we're flying backwards and flying forward and we're flying backwards. If we retain possession, we will be much more fit to finish these games. So anyway, these are a couple ideas to go forward.